Lurking in the darkest corners, the female Black Widow spider awaits to deliver her venomous sting to any unsuspecting prey. With her signature hourglass marking, the Black Widow is named for her tendency to feast on a male widow after they've mated. The Femme Fatale is known for using her beautiful charms to lure her victims into compromising and sometimes deadly traps. In the world of the Transformers, the allure of a Femme Fatale was introduced in Beast Wars with the Black Widow Predacon, Blackarachnia.
Oh, you are a clever one. No wonder Megatron fears you.
I'd like to thank my patrons and my channel members for your continued support. Consider becoming one, or purchase some merch on my Spring store today. As I've mentioned in previous videos, the creation of RC opened the door for more female Transformers characters in the franchise, with the Autobot Minerva being released in 1988 for Super God Master Force exclusively in Japan. The first female Decepticon figure was the 1995 BotCon exclusive Night Racer. However, Hasbro's first female Transformers toy released in retail was in the first year of Beast Wars with Blackarachnia. Transforming into a Black Widow spider, Blackarachnia was a straight redeco of Tarantulas, with the latter primarily using the figure's beast mutant head. Blackarachnia's bio characterizes her as an evil Predacon temptress that lures Maximals into her darkened den before firing a cyber venom-tipped missile at them. Using her powerful legs to restrain her prey, Blackarachnia then uses her fangs to drain them of their life force. Introduced in the Beast Wars cartoon episode Double Jeopardy, Blackarachnia was originally a Maximal protoform that was in one of the Axelon's stasis pods. Tarantulas reprogrammed her into a Predacon, happily giving Blackarachnia an alternate mode of a Black Widow spider.
Oh, be still, my spinnerets.
Unlike her toy, Blackarachnia was modeled after an Asian exotic dancer by the show's animators, which she often used to her advantage.
I thought you might make me a better offer.
This was, of course, backed up with a smooth and sultry voice delivered by the talented Venus Terzo.
Well, hey there, tall, dark, and bloodthirsty.
In addition to her martial arts skill and speed, Blackarachnia would often use her cunning to blast her enemies with a strong dose of cyber venom.
You can't fight my cyber venom, kitty cat.
A witty researcher and intelligent inventor,
Spiffy little gizmo, huh?
Blackarachnia also had ambitions to conquer, such as when she wielded the power of an alien device on a mysterious flying island in the two-part episode The Trigger.
All speed to the maximal base.
In the episode Possession, Blackarachnia teamed up with the ghost of Starscream, who had taken over the body of Waspinator, as they conspired to divide and conquer both Maximals and Predacons.
Lesson 2, they're always more gullible than you'd hope.
However, Starscream didn't expect his student to learn so well.
Are all your dreams in Technicolor?
Despite despising her fellow Predacon inventor, Tarantulas,
Lunatic. Witch.
the two often forged alliances to betray Megatron, which usually ended with both betraying one another. Even though she looked out for herself, Blackarachnia became smitten by the chivalrous Maximal Fusor, Silverbolt.
Except maybe for that hunky silver.
As their love story grew over the course of Season 2, Silverbolt believed he can win Blackarachnia back to the side of good.
Lest you forget, you were originally a Maximal protoform.
Don't even go there.
However, Blackarachnia liked being a bad girl, despite her growing affection for Silverbolt.
You don't know whether to kiss me or kill me.
I'm a Black Widow spider, you idiot! I can do both.
With Megatron's plan to destroy the timeline by killing Optimus Prime, Blackarachnia betrayed the Predacons to save the Autobot leader and agreed to join the Maximals.
For you, Rover, I join your side. But as a Predacon,
Blackarachnia's reputation as a femme fatale caused quite a stir among her Maximal allies, but Silverbolt trusted her regardless. Use of a transmetal driver and the breakdown of her Predacon shell program nearly killed her. However, Blackarachnia was upgraded into a more powerful Transmetal 2 form, as she saved Silverbolt from the wrath of Rampage.
Not too shabby.
Her new toy had a faction-switching gimmick to go along with the fact that Blackarachnia was now a Maximal.
Even if I'm good, I'm still bad.
After Megatron's defeat at the end of Beast Wars, Blackarachnia returned with the Maximals to Cybertron. Unfortunately, Megatron somehow took over the planet, and the Maximals were forced to upgrade into new techno-organic forms. Battling against Megatron's Viacon drones, Blackarachnia searched for her lost love, Silverbolt.
Silverbolt? Where are you?
Whose spark was used to give life to the Viacon general, Jetstorm.
All right, boys, let's barbecue us some beefsteaks!
Eventually, she managed to force Jetstorm to be reformatted into a new Condor form for Silverbolt. Despite Blackarachnia's refusal to give up on him,
I was a fool back then. I believed in things.
Then let me help you believe again.
Silverbolt was tormented by his evil deeds committed as Jetstorm.
You're taking a huge risk.
Considering how well I know the goodness in your heart, it really isn't a risk at all.
However, upon Megatron's defeat, Silverbolt and Blackarachnia were finally able to be together at the series' end. Blackarachnia's Beast Machines toy was redecoed for the Transformers Universe toy line in 2003. A BotCon exclusive story explained how Blackarachnia was among the many Transformers across the multiverse abducted by Unicron, as she was temporarily turned evil once again. Her fellow Maximals successfully restored her in time before returning to their own universe. Although plans to continue Beast Machines with the series Transtech was cancelled, Blackarachnia's strange design served as a basis for the Transformers Collectors Club's prose stories, where the Beast Wars characters of that universe were oppressed by the Autobots and Decepticons. Among them was another Beast Machines Blackarachnia redeco Autobot known as Crystal Widow. A new version of Blackarachnia was introduced in Transformers Animated as one of the Decepticons aboard Megatron's warship. After Megatron's disappearance, Blackarachnia left to follow her own agenda. Arriving on Earth on Halloween night, Blackarachnia attacked the Autobots while they were trick-or-treating.
You wouldn't hurt a helpless female bot, now would you, boys?
As it turned out, and as I've covered previously, Blackarachnia was originally the Autobot Elita 1. Many years ago, a mishap on an organic world left her stranded and cornered by many monstrous spiders. Attempting to use her Mega Man-like abilities, Elita was mutated into a techno-organic.
Not Autobot, not organic. I was nothing but a freak!
Now as Blackarachnia and voiced by Cree Summer, her powers were also mutated, acting more like Rogue when stealing a Transformer's power.
Don't get your pigtails in a bunch, kid. I'm just borrowing it.
Although she still had feelings for Optimus Prime, Blackarachnia still felt betrayed.
It'll be a long time before I trust an Autobot. Especially you, Optimus.
And she still wished to use her scientific skills to cure herself of her techno-organic condition. This included attempting to use Sari's Allspark key and seductively manipulating the Dinobots into her service to get help from the evil mutated scientist, Meltdown. Trying to learn more about her condition, Blackarachnia began experimenting with transwarp energy. This resulted in turning the Autobot Wasp into Waspinator.
Autobot Wasp round, make Wasp powerful, make Wasp Waspinator.
Had the show continued for a fourth season, she would have created an army, which would have included the Predacon Inferno. In Japan, Blackarachnia's original toy was redecoed in 2007 in an attempt to making her more cartoon accurate for Takara's Telemoka series of Beast Wars figures. This was brought one step further in 2015 when Takara retooled and redecoed Blackarachnia's animated toy for their Transformers Legends toy line. In the accompanying zany Legends manga, Blackarachnia worked at a club at night and the offices of the Terrakura Company during the day. While her boss, Beast Wars Megatron, had a crush on her, she only had eyes for his G1 counterpart. Teaming up with Slipstream and Nightbird, Blackarachnia went trick or energying on Halloween night. RC, Chromia, and Windblade try to put a stop to them, only to be tied up by Blackarachnia's webs. Despite not appearing in the aligned continuity, Blackarachnia served as inspiration for the evil Decepticon Arachnid in Transformers Prime. Voiced by Gina Torres, Arachnid was a cruel and merciless killer who enjoyed the torture of her victims.
So you get to choose agonizing or excruciating.
With her Maleficent-styled head and acid touch, Arachnid transformed into a spider robot mode to hunt her prey. Back on Cybertron, Arachnid murdered RC's partner, Tailgate, before the Autobots came to her rescue. Arriving on Earth, their feud was renewed once again, as Arachnid set her sights on RC's new partner, human ally Jack Darby.
Yes, Jack. Man up already.
Gaining a new helicopter mode, Arachnid rejoined Megatron's ranks, quickly rising to become second in command of the Decepticons. Ever the opportunist, Arachnid tried to seize power while Megatron was away, which almost led to her death at the hands of Soundwave.
I yield.
This did not sit well with Megatron, who ordered Breakdown and Dreadwing to eliminate the treacherous Spiderbot. However, she managed to escape after slaughtering Breakdown. After learning she could control the Insecticons,
Obey me. Worship me.
Arachnid's ambition to conquer compelled her to send the Insecticon swarm loose on Megatron.
Arachnid. A busy day for assassins.
This was almost successful until RC locked Arachnid away in a stasis pod. She was eventually freed aboard the Nemesis, when a synthetic dark energon virus infected Silas vampirically desired to feast on her energon. Arachnid's speed was more than a match for him, as she murdered Silas.
But more importantly, thank you for freeing me.
No, thank you.
Taking control of the Insecticon swarm once again, Arachnid attacked the other Decepticons before Soundwave stranded her and the swarm on one of Cybertron's moons. As it turned out, Arachnid was infected as well, as she was last seen feasting upon her minions to survive. The characters from Beast Wars were introduced into the IDW comics as natives from the Cybertronian colony world of Eucharis. One of its many tribes was a mysterious group of fortune-telling spiders known as the Fate Weavers, of which both Blackarachnia and Arachnid hailed from. Seeking to gain Blackarachnia's power to predict the future, Arachnid began experimenting on her fellow Eucharians' brain modules, subsequently leading to her banishment from the tribe. She was then hired by Starscream to help reprogram the Predacons. Although she was instrumental in saving Windblade from the Titan Vigilum's mind, Arachnid was imprisoned when Starscream confessed of his past crimes. A more Generation 1 styled version of Arachnid appeared in both of IDW's Transformers crossover events of Star Trek vs. Transformers and My Little Pony Transformers. She also made a brief appearance in IDW's rebooted continuity as a wanted criminal who inadvertently caused the Technobots to combine into Computron. However, Blackarachnia would return to the forefront once again when she received the Masterpiece treatment in 2019. She also received a new figure in the War for Cybertron trilogy's Kingdom toy line in 2020. With a more Beast Wars cartoon-styled robot mode, Blackarachnia's spider mode more closely resembled an actual Black Widow spider. To bring Blackarachnia back to her roots, her Kingdom figure was given a new head and redecoed to replicate the original Beast Wars packaging art as part of a Worlds Collide 4-pack for the buzzworthy Bumblebee toy line in 2021. With a new figure on the shelves, Blackarachnia once again made an animated appearance in the War for Cybertron trilogy's Kingdom series on Netflix. Unlike her Beast Wars counterpart, Blackarachnia began her life on Cybertron as a Predacon, stealing the Golden Disc alongside Dinobot and Beast Megatron before coming to Earth. Voiced by Jean Carr, Blackarachnia still used her feminine wiles to manipulate any and all Transformers.
Oh, the pink ones. Cute.
Visions created by the Allspark also made her see her destined true love, Silverbolt, despite his notable absence from the series.
What happened? Let go of me! There's a creature out there stalking us!
To stop Megatron from becoming Galvatron, she also teamed up with Starscream to retrieve and decode the Golden Disc. Once Galvatron and Nemesis Prime were finally defeated, Blackarachnia was last seen with the rest of the Decepticons as she and Starscream knew they had to prepare for the return of Unicron.
At some point, he'll show himself. And we'll be ready.
Dancing around the line between good and evil, and even inspiring the creation of other female Decepticons, Blackarachnia has certainly been the premier Cybertronian femme fatale.
Couldn't you, sugar bug?
Yeah.
She's even been recently introduced in IDW's new Beast Wars comic book, which is currently ongoing. With her well-told love story between her and Silverbolt, hopefully the two can be reunited in both toys and in fiction once again.
You're not gonna quit on me now, Bowser. Not when I've had my nails done and everything.
But what do you think? Is Blackarachnia as deadly as she seems? And should she and Silverbolt be brought back together again? What is your favorite version of her? And who will you be dressing up as for Halloween? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. I have many more Transformers videos like this coming soon, so stay tuned. And as always, until next time, till all are one.
And yet, you ensured the wound would not be mortal. Your inner maximal goodness prevented you.
Shut up! Shut up!